Hello everybody, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Kris.
And we're Double Jump. And this is Charmander. And this is Squirtle. And there are only 4 Saturdays in February. And we had 5 jumbo plushies, so I felt bad leaving one of them out.
I mean, Squirtle's sleeping. He probably wouldn't have noticed.
No, probably not, but that's okay. Welcome back to another podcast episode where we sometimes talk about games instead of playing them because...
You said that backwards.
I did.
You did.
I did that on purpose?
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I said because, and then you interrupted me.
Sorry.
Now the joke is lost.
Sorry.
Anyway, this week we are talking about Pokemon that we would have in real life. This was Kristen's idea.
And I was actually thinking, like, realistically and, like,
Yes.
what we'd actually do. And Rachel's like, nope, I'm going down a rabbit hole. And being like,
we thought about it very differently.
as usual.
She asked the question, and I answered it.
Yes.
So this is our last Pokemon-themed podcast episode.
For the month.
For the month, because, you're probably all Pokemoned out at this point. And we thought it would be fun to talk about Pokemon, like what Pokemon we would have in real life if they were real. Yeah. And again, we thought about it very differently. So do you want to, I'll let you answer the question first so you can explain what you actually meant.
What I actually meant was, like, realistically, like, what my favorite Pokemon is, like, Stardew or Boltund and stuff like that too. I don't think we could realistically
Did you say Stardew?
Staryu. Staryu.
I was like, which Pokemon is that?
No, that's a different game. Which you mentioned in your notes a little later, which I think is why I was on my mind. But, like,
probably.
But yeah, like, realistically speaking, I don't think we would have the space for, like, a Boltund or a Caparaja, or trying to keep, like, a Staryu comfortable probably wouldn't work in our, like, environment. And, like, so I went into it being like, well, okay. Well, like, most normal types, like, some of them are, like, small and docile and everything, too. They'd probably be simple enough to take care of. Like, I'd probably have, like, a Lillipup. And, like, that evolutionary line. Like, even if and when it evolved, like, we'd still theoretically be able to care for it. It'd just be a big doggy. So, like, the Eevee line. Like, if Eevee stays as Eevee, it'd probably be the easiest.
Absolutely.
But, yes.
Sylveon would probably be pretty easy to take
Sylveon
care of,
probably would, maybe even Umbreon.
Mm-hmm. And Espeon.
Depending on how strong its psychic moves are, yeah. But, things like that. I put Wooloo because I love the Wooloo line. I'd be like, they're, like, soft and fluffy, and they probably just chill. And that's where I went into this question going. I'm like, yeah, no, realistically, yeah. These are what we could take care of.
Kristen thought of it practically, and I was like, well, if I'm going to have Pokemon as pets, I limited myself to just the 6. It was very difficult to do because if I could, I would have them all because who wouldn't? But I limited it to just 6, like a typical team. And I thought that if I were going to have Pokemon as pets, I would probably have what I have now. 2 dogs, 2 cats, 2 turtles. So I figured I would probably have a Growlithe and a Houndour for the dogs. And Chrissy would probably say no to that because they'd probably burn the house down.
But honestly, like, probably wouldn't mind those. At least they don't have any, like, open flames or anything. Like, I think they'd be okay.
Sorry.
See, like, that's why, like, the Charmander line was, like, nixed.
I don't know where we would put Charizard.
Exactly.
He'd have to be out in the backyard.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like, I would love an Onix or a Steelix, but where the heck are we gonna put them?
Well, speaking of open flame, for the 2 cats, I would have Shinx and Litleo. Which I guess is fine if we don't evolve it, but whether it's male or female, if it evolves, its mane might cause some issues.
So yeah, the Shinx line as well. Like, they could be big Pokemon, and I don't know how staticky they would be.
Well.
I mean, no.
Anyway, we're gonna have them. They're fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 2 turtles, which are relatively low key, I would have Turtwig and Choodle. So just don't put your finger in Choodle's mouth.
Exactly.
And you'd be fine.
So Choodle is the snapping turtle of them.
And
and Turtwig, as long as it doesn't evolve, it should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, if Choodle evolves,
forget it.
But I mean, listen, tortoises in real life, they can get pretty
Oh, yeah,
big.
they
So
can.
like, it's realistic. It's fine.
It is, yeah.
fine.
They would just be living outside.
Probably.
Yes.
But yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. So that's what I. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's what you thought of it. I mean,
That's
like, and
the way I thought of it.
I tried to go down that line just a little bit further, like just to be like, okay, not quite like Lillipup would be the top answer, I think, for me. Like
Yeah,
Lillipup,
which
that
we
line.
have a little pup. I mean, Chip is pretty much Lillipup.
She is, yeah, she's very scruffy.
She's just loud.
Yes, but I mean, also I would love Fido. I think Fido would be
Yeah.
adorable, and like Vulpix would probably be fantastic to take care of, like nice and soft.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a little temperamental, but like that would probably be more so like a cat, which wouldn't be bad. But I was also trying to be like, the Trico starter, like that starter line is one of my favorites. I would like to think that I'd be able to care for them. I don't know how tall Sceptile is. Like maybe like Grovyle height. I don't know how much sun they would need. I'm thinking like more like this, like like grass and plant type Pokemon. I'm like, do you need sun to eat? Like how would this work? You probably need lots of exercise. We probably need some trees for them, like enrichment and everything.
Well,
But-
if we had Pokemon as pets in real life, I imagine we'll be rich enough to have like our own little habitat in the backyard for
Well,
them
that's
all.
the thing though too. Like if like
Because we could raise a Froakie.
we could, but like say like in the Detective Pikachu movie, everyone had like the one Pokemon partner. Like that's
Yeah.
to the extent of what they could handle, which makes sense considering how powerful these creatures are.
Yeah.
So I mean, if Pokemon were normalized in our world, I imagine we would be able to have enough equipment and items and everything to care for them properly, but probably not like a full team's worth.
Yeah, but like I was once told to catch them all, so that's what I'm gonna do. Just saying.
Well, see, that would probably be like, a trainer, like that would be your specific career, but like majority of that world is probably like NPCs who have,
Yeah, but we're talking about pets.
well, that's what I mean. Like right now you don't have them all, even though we would like multiple.
Well, we're gonna
Pets.
get multiple. We are
We are
We
probably
will.
eventually, but
soon.
we only have the equipment we have right now to
I
care for
know.
the animals we have right now.
I want to break them all out of the animal shelters and the pet stores.
I know, so do
so
I.
bad.
So do I.
But okay. Anyway.
Okay.
If we were sticking to the pet route, but
Mhm.
also, let's shift our mindset a little bit. We're rich. We have the habitat. We have everything we need to take care
Mhm.
of all of them. We live on a farm. Okay. We're transporting ourselves to a farm.
Mhm.
So I don't know why this popped in my head, but I have like the domesticated pets I would have would be like the dogs, the cats,
Mhm.
and the turtles. And I have a fish tank too. I didn't think about the fish tanks.
See, that's the thing with how big the fish Pokemon are. Like, you'd have room for one Magikarp, and it would accidentally flop out of the tank.
No, it wouldn't. I'd have a top.
I know, but it might break it.
No, it
And can
wouldn't.
you imagine if it accidentally
was-
evolved?
It was in a tank in the place in Detective Pikachu.
And then
It broke because
got
of Exploud.
stressed.
No, it didn't. It fell out of the tank because of the Exploud. It wasn't the Gyarados' fault, and it wasn't the Magikarp's fault.
Okay. But
We watched
accidents,
the movie not too long.
accidents happen.
Not at my house. No. Nope.
Continue your
Yesterday, I didn't think I had any more coffee in my mug. So instead of like peering into my mug, I like went like this and I had more coffee in my mug. But I jumped out of the
Accidents.
way. It only got on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Accidents don't happen at our house, though.
Yeah. That's what
Continue.
I'm saying. That's the joke. Because
Yeah, I know.
but like
know.
I make accidents. I spill stuff, but like
Mhm.
my Pokemon wouldn't.
How do you know?
They'd be glorious. They're fine. Look
Okay.
at him, he's just sleeping.
Continue.
Anyway,
How come you didn't choose Squirtle as one of your turtles?
I don't know.
Just
Because
curious.
I don't know. Because Turtwig and Choodle are on all fours,
Okay.
whereas Squirtle walks on two legs. And like realistically, turtles don't do that.
Realistically, unless they're ninjas. Keep going.
Mine don't. Donnie did.
He tried.
Donnie
he did
tried.
his darndest.
Donnie crawled like he would climb up
Yeah.
stuff. and he would try to climb his tank.
Didn't work
There were many times I would walk into that room and Donnie would be vertical. Or he'd be on his back because he'd be vertical and then fall. Oh, Donnie.
Oh, Donnie. We're on a
anyway,
farm.
we're on a farm, Stardew Valley style.
Mm-hmm.
And so naturally we need some farm animals, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would have Torchic, Skidoo, Ponita, Wooloo, Lechonk, and Miltank.
Perfect.
So I would have a cow, and a goat, and a sheep, and a pig, and a horse, and a chick.
That's it. That's
What
it,
other
that's it.
animal? I know, I couldn't think what other... I mean, I had to stop myself at the 6 because of the team. What other farm animals are there?
Roosters, buffalo, or like bulls.
Oh my gosh, Buffalant. We could have had Buffalant and Toros.
Mm-hmm.
Mudbray.
Yep.
He's a donkey.
Yeah,
You can have a donkey on a farm.
you could.
Psyduck. You can have ducks on a
I am-
farm.
I was-
Ducklet.
I was gonna say I'm very surprised Psyduck was not one of your pets that you chose.
Chrissy.
Like, why did you not choose Psyduck?
Because you don't usually domesticate a duck. I know there are plenty
So
of
that's-
people that
okay.
have... No, I know like plenty of people have like ducks as pets, like, and they'll also have chickens and stuff like that, but I was thinking more so like the traditional domesticated
Okay.
pets. That's why I forgot about the fish. This was a really hard question. I don't know why you asked this of me. It was a little rude. And then she had the audacity to be like, no, realistically. And I'm like, this is as realistic as I can get.
Well, I'm just thinking, like,
Because
like theoretically, if
it-
like right now, like today, like Pokemon suddenly became real, like which Pokemon would Chip end up being? Probably Lillipup. Which
Yeah.
Pokemon would Chase end up being?
Probably Purloin.
Purloin, Meowth, Glameow. Is Purloin the evolution of Glameow?
No.
No. Okay.
There's Glameow and Purugly, and then there's
Thank you.
Purloin and Liepard.
So
They're 2 different generations.
okay.
Let's know.
Okay. Yeah. So
Which turtle Pokemon would Raph be?
I would say Turtwig in all honesty. Like.
And see, I would say that Donnie would have been Trudel.
Not Squirtle.
Well, no, because so I used to hand feed Donnie, and so every time he saw my fingers, even if I didn't have food, he just assumed I did. So he would go chomp, 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 and he would chase me. And I'd be like, I don't have any food, my guy. And then he'd be like, nope. And then he would chase me.
Mhm.
And yeah.
No.
So he would be Choodle for
Yeah.
sure.
Mhm.
I've thought about that. If I gotta finish the Ninja Turtle line. Like my next turtle or 2 that I get will probably be Mikey and Leo. But I have thought of getting a turtle and naming it Choodle, just because I think Choodle is an adorable name.
Oh yeah. I agree.
I'm getting off topic again.
You are,
sorry.
but well, we're talking about pets and Pokemon, so like,
Yeah.
no,
Okay. Yeah. So
yeah,
see,
it
it
counts.
works. It works.
it counts.
What
Then like, which bird Pokemon would be the best pet? We
oh
have
gosh.
Chatot, Squawkadilly, Squawkabilly,
Squawkabilly.
Squawkabilly, Squawkadilly,
Squawkabilly. Yeah.
Aspiro would hate us.
Could we have a hoot hoot on our farm? Do farms have owls?
I don't know, domesticated owls. Which Pokemon would be a rooster?
Mice are on farms.
They are.
So we could have a Rattata.
You
And a Dedenne. And a Pikachu. And a Mousehold.
Yes.
Rooster Pokemon.
I think in the anime, the rooster was a Dodrio. Like, and like, I think it's like one of the first
What?
episodes, if not the first episode. The sun's
Oh,
rising and it's a Dodrio.
Yes.
Yeah,
But that's not a...
not a rooster now.
No. Are there any rooster Pokemon? Because I think technically, like, Blaziken
Yeah.
is supposed to be
Mm-hmm.
like a chicken.
But then, okay, so you got like the animals. Like, if we're on a farm, what about plant-like Pokemon? Would that be a thing too, or no?
Like, we'd have to grow the Pokemon?
I don't know. I mean, like, do you have like a line of like? Will we have Oddish living on
Well,
our?
we'd have Cherubi.
Okay.
If we could be beekeepers, and we'd have Combi.
Mm-hmm. Tropius has bananas. If we wanna
That's
grow that.
debatable, but yes. I don't think they're actual bananas.
Execute. Executor.
Oh.
Like coconuts.
Those aren't coconut. Oh, executor, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, execute's a bunch of eggs, not coconuts. Why you what? It's like, don't do that to me.
Diglett could
Oh.
help with planting the crops and like, doing the soil.
And so could diggers be.
Yes, that's true.
Oh, a bunny. Bunnies. You could have bunny as
You
pets.
can.
Who would you have it as a bunny?
How many bunnies are there? There's Bunnelby and Bunary, right?
There's got to be more than that.
Are there more bunnies?
I thought.
I don't remember.
Wait. I don't know. That's all I can think of. They're really just the 2 bunny Pokemon? We're going to look this up after recording. We're going to be like,
oh!
this one.
Just thinking how
Litten. I'd have Litten as
You
a
would?
cat.
Okay. Chikorita would probably thrive on a farm in all honesty.
Yeah. Chikorita.
Mhm.
Because I'm trying to think. Man,
Just think of the starters, like.
I know the starters alone, it's like, I mean, well, you'd have a dinosaur.
We
Right?
have a lot of dinosaurs, actually, in all honesty. Feraligatr. Like,
Oh my god.
Sprigatito. Sprigatiito's another cat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sprigatito. We
Mhm.
could See, you're thinking more like me now.
But I'm not
With
thinking
no
of
practicality here, folks.
But I'm not thinking of like, like the fire starters though, like it'd burn our farm down. Can't have that.
He wouldn't do it on purpose.
He wouldn't do it on purpose, no, but just in case, you wouldn't want that.
Yeah, but we'd have a ton of water Pokemon. We'd have Squirtle.
That's a lot of pressure to put on Squirtle.
Well, we'd have more than just Squirtle. We'd have a bunch of water Pokemon, and we'd have fish.
Just fish.
I want a pet jellyfish.
Okay.
But I think they'd be too hard to take care of. Or maybe they're not that hard to take care of at all, but I know that they require special stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure they do, yeah.
And they probably cost a lot of money.
Probably.
Because I think I'd have to order them special. You can't find jellyfish at a pet store.
No, you can't.
But so we could have Jellicent.
Yes, took me a second. Tentacool.
That's right. That's a jellyfish.
He is.
I forgot. If we had a saltwater tank, we could have Horsey.
Mm-hmm.
A starfish Pokemon. Oh,
Staryu.
Staryu. Thank you. I was like, I know there is one. Can't think of the
Corsola?
name. Corsola.
So people who play Stardew and Pokemon, I believe there's probably like a Pokemon mod for Stardew, and I really, really want to try that out right now as we're talking about this. And I might do that.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Let us know if you want to watch us play that.
Yeah.
We have a couple of other ideas for Let's Plays and stuff.
So,
Like different types of Let's Plays.
mhm.
We'll see how well they go.
Yeah, who knows with us? We never know.
Everything's a work in progress, and then we're like,
That's like
let's
our
try
tagline.
this idea.
Double jump, a work in
Instead
progress.
of improving this, let's try that.
Yes.
And then we just go down
Mhm.
everything. But anyway, yeah, I think we've exhausted I think we've exhausted like the pets and
Okay.
stuff that we can think of at the top of our heads. I'm sure we could find many others.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then there are just plenty of Pokemon that just wouldn't like
We-
you wouldn't have a Zapdos in your backyard.
Well, no, we wouldn't be able to afford to feed a Snorlax, maybe even a Munchlax.
Where would we put the Snorlax?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't think we'd be able to.
Huh. But then they're just like they're just well, they're Pokemon that we could just have around the house. Like, I mean, we could have Magnemite, Rotom.
But like, would that interfere with like our internet and our other electronics? So that's the
No,
thing.
they would take care of it. They would help all that stuff run, right? Yes.
I don't know.
Rotom would. Rotom's like a literal Pokédex. Why
Which
can't Rotom be
is
a
something,
computer?
which is something I don't agree with, but that's another.
Yeah, that's another.
But
I know. It's kind of weird.
it is. Anyway,
That's all I got.
yeah, I'm good.
I think yeah, we both thought of this topic very differently.
We did.
But
It was fun to do that, though.
Just let me have my pets.
Yes.
Okay? Just let me have them all. I do find it funny that neither one of us said, like, Pikachu
Well, see,
or Eevee. Like,
I
I know
I
you,
did say
you,
Eevee.
you mentioned Eevee, yes, but, like, it wasn't like your, like, you didn't write it down in your notes. Like, it wasn't like
It's
your
right there.
first. Where? Where did you
Lilliput,
write
Willow, and Eevee would be
Oh.
top contenders.
Never mind. She said Eevee, everybody.
I'm
Um,
staring at it.
No, I thought you said it in passing. I didn't
No,
realize you
okay.
put it in your notes.
No.
I'm trying to think, like, there are probably some other, like, really obvious type Pokemon, but I can't think of any at the top of my head.
Like, I'm thinking, like the basic, like, first root normal type Pokemon, like, Rattata probably easy to take care of. Sentret probably wouldn't be bad, but I think they're actually really long. Or, like, the ferrets are really long. Like, they're, like, 6 feet tall or something. Like,
Yeah, but people have ferrets as pets.
they do, but, like, not 6 foot long
I know,
ferrets.
but we can make it work.
We could. I'm just saying, like, it's not, probably not the first choice.
You made me think of somebody, and I forget.
Bidoof.
Bidoof! I love Bidoof. Oh, I want a Bidoof.
Mm-hmm.
We'd have to have a river,
Okay.
because he's a beaver.
Yes.
Do beavers live in rivers?
Yeah, why not?
They live in rivers. Right? Is
Yeah.
there an otter Pokemon?
Yeah, Oshawott.
Because I was like, there's a seal Pokemon. We can't have a seal in the house.
Yeah, probably wouldn't be very comfortable.
No. We couldn't have, like, Beartick or Cubchoo.
Teddy Ursa, maybe, if it doesn't evolve.
Yeah. But I think Ursaring would be fine if we raised Teddy Ursa from a babe.
No, I'm not saying
Ursaring
personality.
would probably.
I'm not saying personality-wise. I'm thinking, like,
I know it wouldn't fit in
comfort.
the house.
Yeah.
This is a predicament.
It is. Like, if we had a big chart of all 1,000 plus Pokemon, and, like, just cross out, like, which Pokemon will we have left as, like, actual contenders as pet Pokemon?
But I want them all, though.
I know.
That's why I said if we live on a farm.
Dalmatian plantation? Like 101 Dalmatians?
We'll have a Dalmatian plantation. There's no Dalmatian Pokemon. They should make one.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, like, you say Dalmatian, I'm thinking Spotted, I'm thinking Spinda. Like,
Spinda's a bear.
I know. I know.
We gotta stop.
Okay.
Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
I think I'm good.
I don't either. Let us know in the comments who you would have as pets, whether, like, pets, Pokemon that you would really want as pets just because you really want them, or would you look at it from a more practical standpoint and you would get, like, a pet rock and have Geodude? Now, that could go either or.
I could.
It could go either or,
I could.
okay? Let us know in the comments what you would do. You can just list one or list a team like I did, because I had a difficult time narrowing it all down because this was a tough topic to discuss. Thank you, Kristen.
You're welcome.
Anyway, if you want to see more of this, we release a new podcast episode every Saturday, and we do Let's Plays on the channel every Tuesday and Thursday, and we also upload a new blog post every Wednesday on doublexjump.com. So, please go give that a follow or subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and, all that fun stuff. We'd appreciate it, and we appreciate you being here. And happy 30th anniversary to Pokemon. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.